Hi guys, welcome back. So we're doing another talking video today, and today I want to tell you about makeups I would repurchase over and over again. I'm going to start with the first one that would surprise you, but it's going to be the Westman Atelier. This, is it a bronze? Yeah, bronzing cream. Yeah. When I first got it, at first, okay, that's the shade. I've swatched it already in my hands. I wasn't keen on the shade at first, but as the days went by and I've been using this consistently, I thought, wow, I love the formula. I really love the formula. I was trying to compare it to my Dior because my Dior has more like warmth. I'll show you in a bit. I was trying to compare it to my Dior, this one, because I thought like, oh, this one has more warmth, but no, this one, the formula of this is lovely. I don't know, there's something about Westman Atelier. All her cream, anything cream, her bronzing stick, definitely. I also forgot to mention this one. I definitely repurchase Ganache. Ganache is different. I'm not too keen on this. It's Cola. I'm not too keen on Cola, but you see Ganache, definitely. I love the formula of Ganache. It's not too deep, it's just okay, but this is Cola. Cola is a little bit deep, which is why I haven't finished this. But if I had to start again and okay, I needed to repurchase like straight away. I didn't lost all my makeup first. This, I would get this for a bronzing cream. I would get this, and of course the Ganache stick. But if I had to say one of two, I'll go for this. So that's that. Let's go into another fave that would always be a repurchase. I'm sure you can tell. This, my Hermes bronzer, is one of my forever purchase. This, the shade is not as deep, you know. I know you have what you call it, Farah Homidi, that gives you a unique shade, but I'm just talking about the makeup that will repurchase. If I lost everything, I definitely get an Hermes bronzer. I love it. You know, if you've been with me for years, you know I love this. It's not really the shade, doesn't have so much depth. My hair is just standing up today, but it's just the formula. I'm wearing it today, and then you see a video I posted me just doing my makeup. I love this. So that's that. Now while we're talking about Hermes, let's stay there. You see this brush. When I first got it, I just thought, okay, you know, there was a bit of a, not a lot, there was a bit of a mixed review online. People were like, Hermes brushes are a bit stiff, they're not really soft. But you see this, I'm telling you, I am looking for Cult Beauty to restock this, and I want them to have any sort of a discount on it. I'm going to buy back up. I love natural hair brushes, but you see this, I just love this. I can't explain it. It's soft enough, you know, to compete with your BK Beauty, which, by the way, even for foundation, I would say this is softer. The shape of it is what is beautiful, and you know, and of course is bougie. But no, this, I don't like all their brushes, I have to be honest, but this one, yes. So this one would be a repurchase, no question about that. And then we move to a mixing plate. If I didn't have this, or I lost this, I would get it again. I know I don't reach for it all the time, right? I don't want to bore myself trying to open this. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, let me just do that. Maybe for someone who's not watched my video before, it's not that it's it's a makeup aesthetic that you must have, but if you've got it, there's just something, I mean, like, it just fits into that luxury thing. If you're into luxury makeup, then of course it's just lovely. It's portable, you know, like you were traveling and yeah, you don't want to do what I always do, which, by the way, you know, I use my hands a lot more than I do this. But yeah, I would repurchase this again if I lost this, God forbid, or if I needed to start from scratch. Definitely, I love this. And the brush, yes. Oh no, the brush is so good. I'm gonna tell you that. I really, it's one brush. The shape of it, I think maybe I'm more enthused with the shade, the shape of it. The way, you know, it just goes in there. I used it today, use it all here. Yeah, let me stop blabbing, but I love this. Okay, so let's also move. What else would I also repurchase? Still Hermes. I definitely this foundation. I know at first the shade is like, oh, it's deep, but it is, the formula of this foundation is beautiful. If I didn't have this, I definitely, but I think the shade is perfect for me. You know, I love this foundation. It's just beautiful. I don't reach for it all the time, but it is, yeah, a good one. And of course their primer, no, I would say I definitely would not say I must repurchase this again, but the Tom Ford, yes, I think the Tom Ford, yes, because the Tom Ford is giving me, I already said to you, the Tom Ford is giving me what the MS will. So which one would I repurchase? This. But this is nice. I'm actually wearing, the video I did today, I was wearing mostly MS products, so you can still see me using that. Another makeup product I would definitely always purchase if I lost something and need to get again would definitely be Hourglass, this palette. Now, you've been on my channel long enough, you know I am not into palettes. Like, I don't reach for face palettes that much. But can I tell you something? There's something about this Hourglass. If you use their powder or their whatever you want to call it, their blush, this palette, there's just something about it. I don't even know why I'm putting a blush, but it's just unique. Okay, I've not found any brands been able to copy the formula of this Hourglass. There's just something, and when you notice it, sometimes it's not even when you apply, but as the day settles in, let's say you've worn it for 2-3 hours, you want to take off your makeup, you just see that blur. There's something about this technique, which, by the way, as I said in my previous video, I am waiting for the new one. I'm definitely picking the medium and the deep, and I think if I'm not being greedy, I want to pick one of those ones in that gold, whatever. There's something I see there. I see one of the bronzers there being deep. I hope it is. I hope it's not a photo, but we'll see. But those two, yes, definitely. Though I gave the other one to the noise. Sorry about that. But though I gave the middle one to my daughter, but I would definitely pick the middle one this year when it comes again. It's something that you just love. You know what I mean? And let's go to Chanel. Definitely a Chanel face palette. Whether it's this one, Le Beige, or it's still just one Chanel face palette. I love Chanel. The formula for Chanel and MS, they're not Hourglass. They're not in the same category. You know, MS is unique in its own. Hourglass is, as I said, this formula is, you can't copy it. But Chanel is known to do anything about their foundations, their whatever, the formulas on their blushes and everything is just unique. So this definitely. I might not purchase the bronzing, sorry, not bronzing, their blush sticks or whatever, but you see this face palette and also maybe just their normal blush. Yes, definitely. What else again? Okay, let me show you one blush I would always repurchase. It doesn't have to be the shade, but this Dolce & Gabbana blushes. This one, I actually have been reaching for this one, and this is Joyful Peach, by the way, and Playful Rosewood. I have been reaching for it non-stop. You see that? So I just love them. I love the fact that they're, you know what, they're, if you want to say one of the best luxury makeup brands that actually put more thoughts into packaging, you have to give it to Dolce & Gabbana. They really do. Their packaging always feels heavy, locks. They don't do no plasticky crap. I've never seen with them, so I have to give that to them. Another thing I would repurchase would be the Sisley. First, I have to say, for the packaging, it just really locks. I don't like the price, but I love their formula. I think just the formula I have experienced from this highlighter, even though I don't reach for it all the time, just makes me see it like something I would love their formula. So if I had to repurchase from scratch, definitely a Sisley goes in there. Sisley would have to, you know, top the list there. And talk about lippies. What would I always, I'm looking at my face is getting oily, damn. What would I always repurchase? I would always repurchase a Chanel Rouge Cocoa lipstick. If you don't understand the craze or the rave about it, where everybody's loving this lipstick, it's the fact that there's something about this formula. The formula is phenomenal. I think this is Biarritz or something. Or am I right? I'm not sure. Okay, no, this is Edinburgh. So I'm pronouncing it like an American. It's Edinburgh if in the UK. So yeah, their formulas are just beautiful. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing an MS lippy, but I love this. This lipsticks, the way they sit on the lip, they last. For me, some people say they don't last too long, but for me, I wear lipsticks about 3-4 hours, so they last. For me, I like them. I have to say, I've got about 6 or something. So yes. I'm trying to think, are there any other thing? Of course, lip pencils, my Chanel, my Dolce, but if I lost and I needed to repurchase, I'll definitely pick my lip pencils. I am loving. So I'm loving them, and I think particularly the Chanel lip pencils I've not found a copy as of yet, just because of the fact that they last. Once you apply them, they're there. They don't move. So the only thing I wish that they came up with lots of shades. Let me use this. I wish they came up with lots of shades that were deep enough for us. So like, I think the only deep shades I think that we have, apart from the pink and all, like the browns, we just have like 264, 204 Brune Foncé, and this other one is called Brune Noisette or something. I wish they came up with, like, you see, like the lighter shades. Let's say for instance the shade 164, like the shade Nude Brune. They should just give us, like, have a deep collection for us. Does that make sense? Like, how do I say this? I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm just talking gibberish. This one, show you what I mean. This one, I just wish, see what I mean? Let me see there. See, I wish it was deep enough for our skin. Does that make sense? So yeah, so those ones for now. This let's make this a part one. These are the makeups I will repurchase. I lost all my makeup. They're definitely gonna fall in there. While I'm saying make it part one, because there are others here that I probably have not thought through, but this ones I've shown you, yes, for now. All right, so that's a part one. So let me know. And by the way, I'll just show you a quick one. I got the Dolce & Gabbana highlighter. I'm always pressed for time, forgive me. I got the Dolce & Gabbana highlighter. It is nice, but it does feel like it has a little bit of a glitter in there, you know. Let me see. So you see it has that reflecting, but to be honest, I tried it yesterday, just sparingly. I didn't feel any glitter on my face, but on your arms, if you like rub it, it does feel, but it's like a glitter that doesn't have any like sparkles or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's really good, and the packaging is luxe. I haven't reviewed this here because today I was just doing MS, but when I do, you definitely see it. But I think I did put photos of it on my community page, so I hope you help yourself with that, you know, to see what it looks like. So that's it for now, and I'm also going to post a video of my my makeup for today. I haven't done a video on Nordstrom sale. I had to have a sale, an anniversary sale, but if you like any of these things I've shown, if you find them in Nordstrom, you can pick from there, because they're really good. Trust me, you know, I don't go with the hype. I go with something that works for me. I know it's good, and I'll tell you it's good, and that's it. All right then, take care. Mwah.